in state. Just kind of what's your feelings on the Bucket game, and just kind of put it in perspective a little bit, what you think the importance of it is.
Well, it's really a lot of fun. It's a great game. It's certainly the most exciting game on our schedule on an annual basis, one of the greatest sporting events in the state of Indiana on an annual basis. So a huge game. And then, I've been a Boilermaker now for 10 years, 10 years as a coach, and I know the magnitude of the ball game is one that I look forward to every year. It's very exciting. A very passionate rivalry. I've been a part of a lot of great rivalry games throughout my coaching career. This is certainly one of the most intense interstate rivalry games. So just a lot of fun and a special game. One of the reasons why you want to come to Purdue is just to be a part of this rivalry. And anytime that you can beat an in-state opponent, I think that's always great sign for your program. So a big game, a lot of reasons you want to win, but just being a Boilermaker is why you want to win this ball game.
How tough is their offense to prepare for with that warp speed? It looks like obviously they've gotten better with it as the season's gone along. How tough is that to prepare?
Well, they're executing very well, and they score a lot of points, and they strike fast. We played against Marshall earlier in the season, and they were almost a predominant passing football team, threw the ball almost every down. They were a hyper-speed football team. Different route structures, different plan in some ways, but similar from a tempo standpoint. So we've had some experience already this season, but they're a lot to prepare for, and they execute very well. And I think the numbers speak for themselves. They're number one passing offense in the Big Ten this season, and I think they're averaging around 30 points a game. So they're very efficient.
Okay, I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get started here in the room. Pete, you have the mic up there.
Danny, when you hello? Whatever. When you play a game like this, obviously with the stakes involved, do you try to really emphasize playing loose and have fun, so that it doesn't become too much of a stress factor?
Well, it could get too big if you're not careful. And with this particular football team, the last 2 to 3 weeks, we have really made it a real emphasis to play loose and more wide open. I thought that we had played tight earlier in the season, a crucial point in time in our season when the competition was at its highest and the stakes were the highest. I thought that our team played tight some. So our approach the last 2 or 3 weeks is to be loose and be wide open and have a lot of fun. So that'll be the approach that we take going into this ball game. The magnitude of the rivalry speaks for itself. I don't think you have to spend a whole lot of time hyping the team up to get ready to play this particular ball game.
What do you see that concerns you, and how do you really take advantage of it?
Well, I think anytime you play a rivalry game, you can just about throw the numbers out the window. You can put the film on and watch them play. They play hard. They play close to the wide receivers. A tough game with them. The last couple of years, it's been close. So regardless of records, regardless of numbers, we're going to get ready to play a great ball game. It will be a great ball game. It'll be a football game that everyone would want to be a part of. But you can throw the numbers out the window when you play a big rivalry game like this.
Defensively, and you've been banged up a little bit. Do you feel you're as healthy as you've been in quite a while?
Well, hopefully, but it's not a lot to compare it to. We haven't been very healthy, and we're still not going to be 100%. But we have really had some struggles, and guys have missed a lot of reps in practice. We've had to take the banged-up guys, and a lot of those guys are our top players, and put them kind of together as a Red Cross unit and get them lined up and get them some slow-speed reps so they can at least get some identification of what they're going to see this weekend and get their calls in. But we haven't been able to practice some of our top players to full speed throughout the course of the practices for several weeks in a row now, and that's negated their performance some, and they haven't been full speed from a health standpoint. But we're probably healthier now going into Tuesday today than we have been across the defensive front in 3 or 4 weeks. So that's a good sign, but we're still not 100% yet. We're going to have to make sure that we don't do anything to deteriorate their physical condition that they are in right now. We have to be smart with the reps and make sure that we don't debilitate any injuries that we're trying to recover from right now. So I don't see the plan changing as far as the preparation goes compared to the last 3 or 4 weeks, but hopefully we're further ahead and we'll be fresher and more physical and more effective as a result of being healthier going into this ball game.